Hey guys, Chris Honeycutt here with some more Thursday thoughts. I want to talk about pressure today. What pressure does to a person. We're in awfully pressurized times right now. The way that the economy is with inflation, the spring itself is awfully busy, and a lot of people in their jobs, in their life, are under a lot of pressure. And so I've given a workshop dozens of times to different clients over the years. You see, you have an egg and a potato, and what's the usual method that you cook these things? Now, if you're making hard-boiled eggs, you're usually boiling these things. And if you're trying to cook a potato, guess what? You usually are boiling these things. And it's all to produce a result. I'm not the biggest egg fan. And I know for a fact that when you boil these things and you peel the shell, here in the South we make these things called deviled eggs. I hate them. They stink up the house. They have a weird texture. All my relatives seem to love them for whatever reason, but I do not like them. While as a potato, even though this thing looks weird, it has pock marks and sprouts, it's got some dirt on it. Once it's cleaned and boiled, or maybe thrown in an oven, maybe it's cut up and made into French fries, basically heat is transforming this dirty potato into something delightful. I love a good baked potato. I love French fries, all those good carb side dishes that you can make with a potato. So here you have something smooth, something that feels nice in the hand. Think of all the times you went Easter egg hunting and you picked up that egg. It just feels nice in the hand. Well, this is gritty. This is dirty. But pressure or heat, it's applied and it changes something that's just nice and delicate into something hard and stinky. But when heat or pressure is applied to this, it transforms it into something beautiful, something fluffy and delightful. So the saying goes, the same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's not about the circumstances, but rather what you are made of. And this is where there's a lot of times in your life where pressure, heat is applied to your life, a lot of stress, and it can change you. But what is it changing you into? Does it challenge you and make you better? Or does it actually bring you down? And it makes you hard. It makes you less of who you want to be. Kobe Bryant once said this: everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. So if you know basketball, you probably know that Kobe Bryant was probably the best basketball player after Michael Jordan. Kobe had ice in his veins. He was cool under pressure. It didn't bother him. As he said in his quote, he rose to the occasion. Now, there's a lot of times in life where pressure, stress, heat, when it's applied to our life, we don't rise to the occasion. It frustrates us, it angers us, it brings us down. Even for myself, there's some situations where I have not risen to the occasion. And this is where we have to take a leadership lesson. That, there's going to be more stress than peace in your life. That's just the way life is. You need to develop a habit of overcoming stress. And this is where we want to turn pressure into production. This is where we want to learn how to overcome, how to get through whatever situation we're going through and find the opportunity. Because really what's going to separate us from everybody else, the winners from the losers, those who want to be successful and those who don't, is pressure and our response to it. I'm reminded of a verse in Proverbs. It says, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. You have to be strong during hard times. You have to find a way to overcome. And I say that not out of just reading something off a screen. I read it out of experience. And this is where I can look back on my life and I can think back to times when I've had tremendous pressure on me. And it's where I've had to persevere, and sometimes I did not rise to the occasion. Sometimes I let people down. Sometimes I let myself down. But it's where I learned lessons. And this is where you can go back to, hey, what is your response not only to pressure, but to failure? Because there's going to be times when you do fail. You fail to rise to the occasion. You fail to meet your goal. You fail to meet the expectations of other people. In the times of adversity, pressure is your friend because it's an activator. I know in my life, it used to stress me out and freeze me up, but now it's almost kind of like an activator in the sense of when I feel pressured, I feel like I have to do it. I have to rise to the occasion. I have to take control of a situation. You have to have that same killer instinct. And I say killer instinct because in life, it's kind of kill or be killed. The enemy, if we want to get spiritual about this, is going to throw all kinds of weapons and attacks your way. He's going to try and stumble you, frustrate you, depress you, redirect you. And it's where you have to learn, you know what, I'm going to get through this no matter what. That leads us to James 1 verse 12. It says, "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him." So that phrase, steadfast under trial, that's like Kobe Bryant. He's got ice in his veins, cool under pressure. It's 10 seconds to go in the playoff game, and he has the ball. He's not giving it to other people. He's taking the shot. He's taking responsibility. And he has practiced that shot. He's anticipated this moment. So the same way, you need to anticipate those moments where pressure will come. The 10 seconds left in the playoff game of your life. What does that look like? You can think of it. You can start anticipating it. What is your response going to be? Get a plan of action. And this is where you start developing this rhythm, this thick skin, this perseverance. That's more than what you usually would in a normal everyday situation. It's almost like a survival instinct. And so I say all this to say that you can turn pressure into production. You can make yourself, instead of wilting in the face of pressure, you can rise to the occasion. My mentor, John Maxwell, once said, "Pressure is a sign that what you're doing counts." It means that your leadership or your work or your life is meaningful. It means you can make a difference. And so I want you to be encouraged today, whatever these situations look like, because we all have different kinds of circumstances and different kinds of pressure, different kinds of stress and stressors. This is where you need to take what John has said and realize you do matter. You can make a difference. You can succeed. You can win. But you have to react to pressure in the right way. You have to see it as an opportunity, not as a rejection. Not as a moment to wilt away, but a moment to rise to the occasion. That's it for Thursday Thoughts. Have a great day.